The defense attorney dropped his pencil in the middle of my questioning of my witness. Was it accidental? Was it intentional? And why am I even bringing this up to you? Come join me for a moment as I share with you some incredible information about a defense attorney who did something that totally disrupted my flow while I was questioning my witness. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney practicing law in the state of New York. Today I'm at a seminar, a continuing legal education seminar here in New Jersey, learning from some great attorneys. And I want to share for a few moments something really cool that happened a number of years ago to me. Now, I was trying a case where I was representing an injured victim who suffered an injury while on the subway train in New York City. As a result of that, we now had to take the case to trial. The defense refused to acknowledge they did anything wrong, and they refused to acknowledge what this case was truly worth. During the course of trial, the defense attorney was a remarkable attorney. He represented the New York City Transit Authority. What was so remarkable about this guy is that he had no arms and no legs. He had prostheses. This was something that had occurred to him from birth. So now, he became a very successful attorney without having any arms, without having any legs. So now, go back to the original headline I talked about. He dropped his pencil in the middle of my questioning the witness. Well, if he has no arms and no legs, how can he pick up the pencil? You know how he did it? With his mouth. He made a big showing of getting up off his chair while I'm questioning my witness, and now manipulating, contorting himself, bending down literally at his waist, going all the way down so that his face was now touching the floor, and with his teeth, like a horse, grabbed the pencil, picked it up in his mouth, and then had to contort himself back up into a standing position, sit back down into the chair, and who do you think the attention was on? It clearly was not on me, and it was not on my witness. Who was the jury paying attention to? The defense attorney. What was remarkable was I didn't even realize what was going on until halfway through this contortion when I looked over at the jury and they weren't paying attention to me. So I turn my head and I see what's going on, and I see the pencils on the floor and he's picking it up with his mouth. And everybody just was fascinated with what was happening. So now, I learned later on, after this trial was over, that this was not the first time this attorney did this. In fact, he did it intentionally to clearly divert attention away from what was going on with the questioning. So now, this is great, you're gonna love this. So now I recognize what's going on during the course of my questioning, and about 5 minutes later, I notice some commotion. And I hear the attorney beginning to stand up, and I look down, and there's the pencil on the floor again. Do you think it's coincidence? Or do you think this was accidental or intentional? Well, here's what I did. I stopped my questioning, I ran over to that attorney, I picked up the pencil before he had a chance to bend down and contort to do it, handed it to him, and then I whispered something in his ear that shocked him. You wanna know what I said? I said, if you ever do that again, I'm going to take this pencil and shove it right up your nose. And he's like, what? That's exactly what I said to him. And then I calmly turned back to the jury and continued the questioning of my witness. So why do I share this quick little story with you? I share it with you because there's a clear reason why some defense attorneys will interrupt your questioning of witnesses. And you may think it's innocent. And at first I did too. But then if you look a little bit closer, you may tend to notice that it was done intentionally. You know, I realize you're watching this because you have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter happened in New York and you do have legal questions, what I encourage you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your legal questions. This is something I do every single day, and I'd love to talk to you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's quick video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a great day.